No, it isn't. I can't remember the date of it, but it's in Hansard. And Peter Carron was then taking the lead on this issue, and I was supporting him at that point.
And I'm just going through these. You nailed it. Yeah, so you kind of touched on this. It's estimated the collapse of EuroManx cost the Isle of Man government nearly £1.4 million. Is there a case to try and recover those funds from Lloyds Bank?
I believe there is. As I say, one liquidator's already got money back for his creditors. Why shouldn't we?
And by the sounds of it, are you confident that you will get the investigation that you've been calling on for so long?
Well, I don't know. I really don't know. I mean, obviously, you know that I sent the letter to all Tynwald members, and I suppose disappointingly, I haven't had a response from anybody. But I do hope that that's because the Chief Minister and the Treasury Minister and whoever else in the Council of Ministers is actually looking into it and is about to do something. So I'm hoping that it's because they've been busy putting their plans in place. I'm hoping that's the reason why they haven't responded to my letter.
And when could you expect a response?
How long's a piece of string? I don't know. I would have hoped that I would have had some sort of acknowledgement by now, even to say, well, we're dealing with it. Thank you for your letter. We're looking into it now, whatever. But I suppose the silence is a bit worrying.
So as we were saying, we kind of touched on, actually, this affair has been going on for more than a decade. Why do you think the investigation hasn't already taken place?
Well, I think possibly because of the major one in the UK going on. But why it hasn't taken place here, I don't know. I mean, why it happened here in the first place, I don't know. Why were the debts allowed to be built up in the first place? I don't know. Why were they allowed to suddenly leave with their last plane early in the morning and 2 minutes later? None of it stacks up. And this is why I want a full investigation into it.
And going back to Peter Carron, just to play devil's advocate, is this just you taking the reins on of one of your colleagues' old bugbears?
Well, I think when you read all the reports that came out from Reading, and then you sort of link back, then you think, oh, that rings a bell, and you start looking at it again. It's not something that we've got a particular axe to grind about, although I think 1.3 million is a lot of money to the Manx taxpayer, and it shouldn't be sniffed at. But once you've come to the end of something, it just sort of sits in the back of your mind till something else happens. And obviously the something else was the Reading trial.
And politicians might say they have plenty of other things on their plate come the end of the summer recess. Why specifically do you think that this should be a priority?
Well, because of the money involved I think we should be collecting, that we are owed. And I really think that the public would like an answer as to how all this happened in the first place and why nothing has been done since.
And you said this is unquestionably in the public interest, as we've just established. Mm-hmm. But critics online have argued a potential investigation may well cost just as much, if not more, than any potential settlement fee, even if a case was successful. So what do you think is in it for the taxpayer besides knowledge of what went wrong?
Well, I think the problem of just going, well, actually, we don't have the knowledge of what went wrong, do we? I think this is part of the problem. We don't know exactly what went wrong. But I think apart from the fact that we can get the money back, it would send out a very clear signal that anybody who does this sort of thing on the Isle of Man can expect a full investigation into them.